All right, greetings. Thank you for joining us. Didn't have time to put up a art. I guess I can use yesterday's. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, welcome. Almost midnight. and getting things together here. So this is gonna be the Kabbalah, Illuminati, secret space program, the moon. Basically, the moon energy is basically remote view of the moon. Mossad and Mossad. Oh, we just have the subject matters for today. Mossad and Iran Ministry of Intelligence. Yeah, just let that sit there for a little bit. Yeah, this is going to get a little strange. This time I told economy private sessions. Yeah, schedule at the shop. I'm in April somewhere. I forget, like the 6th or 7th, something like that. I can't remember. Same situation here. We have a webinar, social network. The link is still working. That's good. Behind the scenes, and we have a space conference coming up in May, so we have one more week. And I also have a bookings if you like to schedule. Entirely up to you. So, all right, we'll be there in person if everything works out good. So yeah, the Kabbalah. So this is like they say it's Jew. It's the Jewish. It's connected to them, but it's not Jewish. It's magic. It's Atlantean. It's behind. It's Madonna. Madonna's involved with it. It's the only reason why I really know anything about it because she got involved with it. But yeah, something about. Of course, she's like their little princess. You can say. I'm not sure what that is, but anyway, the Kabbalah. It's the Jews practice it, but it's not. Yeah, it's not Jewish related either. It goes really back to our our ancient, mysticisms, and it feels like a lot of Atlantean teachings. I haven't really gone too deep into it just yet, but it's how to control the world, basically. Of course, what they're teaching here probably doesn't say that how to connect to God and all that, but it's I feel like this is like one of the few books that are made public. Um, but there's other ritual stuff that's been kept secret, at least for now. But the Kabbalah is definitely one of the main, what the elitists use to control reality, or they hide behind it. Well, it feels like the Kabbalah the teachings of it is to see who they can. It's almost like a recruiting type of energy. Like, can you move up the ranks to meet us? Can you connect to our power? Can you see us? Can you shift reality where now you're talking to some of the most powerful people in the world? It's that type of energy there. And you don't have to be Jewish, or you can be anything. But there's really some power there. And it's not really. I mean, obviously, there's probably a lot on this, but there really isn't a lot on it, really. I mean, at least internet wise, kind of. I mean, I guess you have to read the books and everything, which I haven't. I just started to look more into this since yesterday. Because yesterday really, really opened up some energies there. But yeah, this is all kind of vague. Yeah, the square. I guess the magic square. Yeah, I'm not really reading a whole lot into that. I guess it's supposed to be good luck for some, but I'm not really picking up a lot from that. Yeah, whatever. It's just. But either way, Kabbalah energy is how they're shifting realities and controlling minds, things like that. Yeah, even the image there is like a chakra realignment of how they can control others. So it's basically about manifesting, really, when it comes down to it. So, let's see here, Jewish priests. Yeah, I feel like some Jewish. Yeah, can't spell. Some Jewish priests are connected to this energy. Um, maybe not that. But back in the history, yeah, there's definitely some high priest energies with it. I do feel like a Knights Templar energy also do like manipulation of the Jesus consciousness too, like keeping it hidden, what was really happening during that time, and things of that kind. Basically, just controlling the masses. Really, when it comes down to it, it's doing a pretty good job. It's like it's a part of spiritualism where you can also be immortal, at least for some. So, well, some kind of longevity, yeah. Well, basically, so you can outdo karma, so you can go around it, outside of it, so karma doesn't control you as it does the masses. Well, that's the other thing for those that control reality. They do a lot of darkness, but they also do a lot of good. They do evil onto the people, but then all of a sudden they're doing all this charity work that's actually helpful. So they're trying to balance out their darkness overall. But yeah, Kabbalah seems to be it's one of the magic rituals that's connected to those that control reality. Yeah. And how they stay hidden. Completely hidden. Uh let's see. Even some of the Catholic priests, some of them are Jewish, but keep it either secret or it's not noticed on them. Anyway, there's some that are actually Jewish. And that's somehow connected to all this at the same time. Kabbalah also, yeah, is connected to definitely the Pope, and the Pope being assigned. You know, it's definitely the Kabbalah is definitely connected to the Vatican in secret, of course. Yeah, it's not mainstream, obviously. Yeah, it's like the hidden priest. The was it the Black Pope? I'm not sure how. Of course, you don't really see that publicly or anything, but no, not that Black Pope. it's like a It's supposed to be like a black pope that's not black. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's a black. Yeah, well, maybe that is a black pope. And either way, it's part of the Vatican energy. Also, let's see here, Kabbalah. I'm not sure there's anything on that. Yeah, you're probably not going to be a whole lot on this. But either way, Kabbalah is still part of the Vatican in secret, of course. Either way. All right, we'll move on to yeah, it's something like peel apart little by little over time. Okay, another thing was the moon secret space program, like the real secret space program. Somehow they're using technologies physically and not non-physically, but yeah, the non-physical, yeah, obviously it's inside the moon. So let's see here, Nevada. See Nevada. Nevada test site. There's something between that. It could be underground, which is easy to do, but of course, there's obviously places in Nevada you can't go to. But Nevada seems to be one of the sites where they connect to the moon and either they teleport there or connect to it somehow. Of course, a lot of this can be done also in the fourth dimension, but either way, the moon is obviously a base. Of course, there's alien energies, mantis beings that are there, all kinds of who knows what. There's definitely a mantis energy there. But let's see. And NASA, of course, is pretty much a joke. Well, NASA is just a cover up, obviously. NASA is just, you know, I feel like yeah, they've been told not to go to the moon, told to stay out. But yeah, like what they were saying about the Apollo 13, things like that. I mean, NASA's pretty much a secret society, pretty much. Um, I felt Kabbalah there too. Interesting. There's a lot of German energies there too. German, of course, you have German scientists, of course. Yeah, and it's all hidden. Yeah, it's very much yeah, German scientists. The moon is like obviously top secret, like the top of the top of like I don't think even many people even connect to it for obvious reasons. Like that'll make it disappear if you go too deep, like ask too many questions about it. Like the moon conspiracy, there's definitely a lot more going on. Yeah, they say the dark side of the moon, obviously, because you don't see it. Yeah, and something to do with China. I don't know. China went there. They probably didn't see anything overall, but either way, something's there, hidden, obviously. But the secret space is, let's see, under Pacific Ocean. It's also yeah, Pacific Ocean. That's another way how they get into yeah, somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. I think I've connected this in the past also. Actually, in this type, yeah, by the Arctic, things like that, how they connect to the moon itself. Waste Seekers also bases underwater somewhere. Not by New Zealand. It's got to be off by Antarctica. Underwater bases, yeah, more like around Antarctica area, deep underwater. Of course, they also have the Arctic Circle, but it feels like a lot of it's actually around this Antarctica area, actually in the water, underwater. Like, but that's more, you know, more alien tech, of course. Well, so it's undetected. It has its reasons for it. Now going to the moon, yeah, they do have some kind of telepath or teleport energy from. Obviously, this is like extremely high, hidden, of course. But they do have satellites around the moon. They're also scanning it, but obviously not going to go into detail. Well, because there's something on the moon is also controlling our media, like our mainstream media. There's a lot of programming coming from that. Even a lot of us that get astral attacks come from the moon. At least some of it comes from the moon, not all of it. Yeah, because there's also a reptilian base. And you should see the base feels like it's at the bottom of the moon, actually. So, yeah, it's pretty well hit. I don't know how they hide this stuff. I mean, obviously in the fourth dimension they hide it. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a reptilian base. At least it feels like it's on the bottom of the moon somewhere. Obviously, not gonna make it easy, but they do broadcast signals into news media. Let's use CNN for example. And let's see where you guys are. Yeah, the clone network. I mean, you wonder if these guys are half of them are artificial beings. I mean, they're real, but still, they are and they aren't. I mean, gee, I mean, some of these guys have been like he's been a robot, and some of these people have been actors and actresses in other realities. They've all, jeez, not him. Yeah, they've been actors. They've been other realities. They're just really good at acting. They have that charisma to program people. So they've been brought here to mess with us. Not that it's gonna. I mean, it seems like the moon has something to do with projecting the energy here. At least that's part of it. There's obviously, and what is it there? Sahara. Also, the Sahara Desert. Obviously, not many people are out in the middle of nowhere. There's something in that, in Africa. There's a lot. There's some, the moon has a lot going on, but also underneath the Sahara, somewhere. I mean, who goes out there very often? They're doing some kind of alien tech there also. Yeah, completely hidden. I mean, Aquaman said something about something under the sun under the desert. So yeah, under the desert. Yeah, just what does all this mean about us freeing ourselves? Well, that's another story. But yeah, these guys, I think CNN, they're probably some of the most programmed people in news. Fox is not so much. Let's see, Fox News. What do they have? Fox News. I don't know. Just yeah, clone another clone network. Huh. This one's a little bit more shadier where they come from. Some of them have been robots in other realities, clones, but some of them been politicians in other realities. Yeah, he's been a politician somewhere. That's like a robot. It's like a doll. Yeah, they're just fuck. It's like it's just plugged into our reality, and it's just like we're the mice and was it the mice and the let's see the mice. Oh, what is it? A wheel spinning. Nice spinning wheel. That's us. We're just on a spinning wheel to nowhere. That's all the news is, just to keep us moving. Yeah, there you go. That's all the news cycle is, just to keep us programmed, obviously. It doesn't matter how they program us. But I feel like the news has, I mean, yeah, the moon has some of the more powerful, and the desert, Sahara Desert, has more of the powerful programming energies. Now, how to heal that and all that's another story. Yeah, when the full moon comes in, that's the more powerful programming. Now, the moon's projecting energies from other worlds, other realities, other planets are manipulated. Obviously, Saturn plays a role in it, Venus plays a role in some form, Mars plays a role. Saturn is the strongest one. Yeah, Saturn is I think I missed something there. Yeah, Saturn plays the biggest role in programming us. It has its reasons. Yeah, it feels like it's the one that, I mean, compare it to the moon, if it has that. It's amazing how big. No, that's Saturn's moons, but either way, yeah, Saturn compared to Earth is just freaking nuts. I mean, we're nothing compared to the other planets. We're just yeah, a little like nothing there. We're practically a moon to Saturn. But Saturn plays yeah, it's really playing. Mars plays a big role. Saturn's really our biggest you know mystery. Even a lot of the secret space program is plugged into Saturn. Saturn just doesn't make anything easy for us to figure out. They don't want us to figure anything out. They just want to keep us going around. I mean, eventually we can, but is humanity ready to go? Yeah, it has to be the unusual, like way off, people are already connecting to that stuff now. I mean, off the wall information that's coming through, but dragons, aliens, just yeah, humanity just has to want to change, basically. Yeah, but yeah, the Saturn's not making it too clear right now, but either way. All right, we're going to Mossad. Uh, but yeah, Brussels, another Illuminati hideout. There's a lot of United Nations energy there. A lot of spies, definitely. It's not like the spies bring people there to manipulate them. So, or like diplomats they bring here. It's a lot of at least that's one of the places they bring people to get their victims. At least it's vacation spots, things like that. Just some kind of espionage. There's a lot of espionage that happens there. Of course, in spy movies, Europe plays a big role in that for obvious reasons. Maybe not as exciting, but still, they still do things, poisoning people and things like that, and all kinds of shit. For Mossad, there's not a whole lot here. You can let's see. Oh, come on, let's switch over. Mossad, there's not a whole lot on Mossad. I mean, there's I always felt like it was a terrorist group. I guess it's the intelligence agency of Israel, which is in Tel Aviv, which is no surprise there. Yeah, so it's headquarters in Tel Aviv. So yeah, and of course, yeah, Mossad is doing a lot of they're just mostly kidnappings. There's a lot of reptilian energies there. There's a lot of let's see, they're trying to frame Iran for a lot of things. Because they want to phase out Iran, they want to take over Iran. They just have this obsession with Iran. There's a lot, there's a lot of things we'll never know about. I mean, it's not all reptilian, but a lot of it is. It has to do with the ancient, even Atlantean knowledge, Atlantean crystals that are there. Some kind of, it's just basically the DNA of Iran. They're just obsessed with it. They just can't get along with Iran for anything, but they definitely want to control it. They want to say like Iran's the villain, and yeah, it might not be perfect, but Israel is not perfect either. Yeah, it's just so much mind control going on between the two of them. Like this is the hidden war. This is one of the hidden wars that we're gonna hear. You hear about what's happening in Ukraine, but this is just as bad. I mean, you're not seeing tanks on the street, but it's happening hidden. It's all quiet though, sort of. Every once in a while, you might hear something about Iran and all that. But yeah, Iran and Israel, that's the secret war that's going on. Yeah, that's like it's going to end anytime soon either. Let's see here. And Iran, the intelligence agency, there's not a whole lot to see here. Yeah, a lot of kidnappings. They really don't like the CIA, obviously, because the CIA is always trying to plant them and trick, use them. A lot of trickery going on with the CIA. Of course, the CIA is cabal connected. Of course, all these groups are, but the CIA is definitely cabal. It's like the agents. The CIA is basically the cabal agency. The Illuminati agency. Of course, these other Iran it has its own secret society and all that, but yeah, the CIA is definitely elite for obvious reasons. But Iran is. I mean, I feel like there is a big part of them that just wants to be free, but there's always someone that's trying to take them down. We'll never get the full story. They're always on the guard. They're always on trying to protect themselves. So I mean, yes, they have some character bad actors there, um, but still, this whole thing is just, yeah, they're just not letting go. Israel's not letting go. Israel has declared them as a villain. Not to say Iran's perfect. But yeah, that's always going to be kind of every once in a while it's to come out. But yeah, they've also caught a lot of the CIA spies. It feels like some of them. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, just Iran. I mean, if Iran was left alone, I mean, not to say it's perfect. I don't know if they'll ever find. People look for this new Earth. It's going to be really hard to have that happen. There's so much fighting among these groups. If you go through a reset, they'll reset all of it because it doesn't feel like this fight between Israel and Iran is going to go on forever. I mean, they're just not about to give it up. So yeah, I mean, it's not talked about. You don't hear about it. I mean, if you look into it, you can hear about it, but usually people aren't listening to that type of stuff. So it's just the two. I mean, Iran. I mean, they basically just hate each other at this point. They just want to wipe each other off the face of the earth, basically. But obviously, they're not by using nukes and all that. They like to, but they can't. But yeah, this is pretty much like Russia or Ukraine, but this is worse. Yeah, now this would start World War III, no doubt. If they went to full scale war, which they're not going to do, it can easily cause just hell on earth. So, well, it depends on how it's done, of course, but hopefully nothing ever happens with it. Yeah, it's just not because they can play dirty. So, yeah, I mean, we're protected from that, but yeah, we're definitely protected from World War III, which is good. So, let's see what we have here. All right, we'll go back into um, yeah, Nevada test site. Obviously, it's not a lot of this is done in the fourth dimension. Yeah, the fifth dimension, our dimension, a lot of it's done underground in like really secret bases, like extremely secretive. I don't know if that's underground or not. Where like top secret, like, you know, James Bond's secret, whatever. It's like so secretive where they have alien technology where they can move among other worlds, like teleport somehow. They do that without ships, and that's how they get to the moon. The aliens, I feel like the Nordics were involved with that, assisting with that, to keep us under control, to manipulate us on all levels. But the aliens are using the government against us. Yeah, the negative ETs. I know people say that the negative ETs are gone, but the negative ETs are using our government to mess with us, to keep us enslaved, obviously, right? No surprise there. But yeah, they're keeping, yeah. So when we have negative ETs, all these different groups, there's a whole bunch of them. It's not just Nordic beings, there are all kinds of beings that are using our government against us, all world governments to manipulate us. It's just they show, I mean, they keep the wealthy wealthy so you can keep us under control. Now, just to keep us shut down, to keep us in chaos. Now, why would an alien group do that? Well, yeah, because they don't. I guess if they let us go, they get, I would say, destroyed. Like they're using humanity as like a hostage, and some aliens, the negative ETs get stopped, but then some other group just comes in. They're using us against our will and all that. Yes, we can change, but humanity obviously chooses not to change. But yeah, there's a hostage situation, really. Not to say that we need to be victims or anything like that. But as we upgrade our vibrations, we'll start to see it more. It depends on who wants to see it or not. Yeah, it's very hidden, though. I mean, even the alien war that's going on, A lot of aliens don't know what's going on. I mean, it's so hidden. I mean, you have negative ETs messing with us, but they're not always easy to find. That's what makes it messed up because they're out in other galaxies. I mean, they mess with our reality, but they're on other planets also. So it's I mean, they're here, but they know how to be here and then not be seen. It's really it's extremely complicated. So this is what we're up against. Yeah, there's a lot of it's not just yeah, there's all these different alien beings that just want us shut down. Yeah, for their own personal difficulties. These some of these negative ETs, like they lost their home, they destroyed their planet, whatever it is, and they got nothing else but to mess, basically to bully us. And they're doing, yeah, they control our news. I mean, because they manipulate us with the news, they manipulate us, with each other. We're giving into all that, so that feeds them because we're giving away our power to that, to manipulation, which is completely complicated. It's like a never ending. It's like there's no end to it. There's no, I mean, there is if humanity wants to release all this, but obviously people will say, "Oh, that's not real. I don't believe in that. I don't trust that. I don't want this. I don't want that." And so it continues on. So it's like a never ending. It just goes on forever. It's just, I mean, like I said, the way if we can get out of it is humanity wants to, like, yeah, have a different type of conversation. Good luck with that. I mean, because these aliens aren't seen, like, we can't see the aliens, but even the aliens can't see the aliens either. That's how complicated it is. So, of course, aliens can come in and reset us and all that. But that doesn't mean we're out of the woods just yet. I guess they could put us back to the Stone Age. That might help a little bit, maybe. But we probably will just fall for the same thing and do this all over again. But Nevada is a heavy place here. Uh, one of the places where the ET energies, and the other one is, if I know how to spell this, Russia. What was it? Siberia. Siberia. That's another place. Yeah, looks nice and cozy over there. Siberia, out in the middle of nowhere in Siberia. Of course, there's parts of the world most people aren't aware of. The Sahara Desert to a certain level, but Siberia is a place where there's human, South Africa, there's some kind of portal that goes to the moon or other planets. We'll never get the full. I don't think we'll ever really get the full story overall. But Siberia and Nevada are a couple examples of where this has all happened. Let's see, Yucca. Is it a mountain? Oh, interesting. So Yucca Mountain waste. So something's going on here too. I'm back to the Nevada test site. Yeah, Yucca Mountain. Apparently, this is a waste depository. Yeah, a mountain near Nevada. Yeah, there's something definitely. Yeah, so it's another place where. Yeah, which makes sense. If there's toxic waste and all that, there's most likely something's going on underground there. Boy, does that make sense. Yeah, reptilian energies are there. Some kind of, I won't call it a base, but there's some underground facilities. Well, because it's like it's toxic, it's hard to get to and all that. So for their human trafficking or whatever they're planning, even I would say even there's like a government, like another government there, like a shadow government. At least a piece of it. I mean, it's not in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, but it's underground though. It's like Black Ops, you know, beyond Black Ops. Yeah, something's under there somewhere. Jeez. Yeah, we just get pieces of everything. Yeah, so when you deal with aliens that are yeah, some people say the aliens are gone. It's like I seriously doubt that. It's like, well, when you have hidden aliens where the other aliens don't see it, it just yeah, I guess I mean it's very sophisticated. It's happening here to keep humans under control. So the hidden aliens manipulate astral, what gets beings here to be lost and people to incarnate here and not know anything. When people incarnate, they mess with them spiritually. The kids go through abuse and all that. That messes them up. A lot of kids that get abused physically is because their energies are kind of like a weapon. I mean, it's like if we leave this person not messed with, they're going to mess with our system. So we're going to attack them. It's not all the cases, but it's a lot of cases there. Like you could be a threat. So they mess with enough people physically when they're kids, it messes up their energy field. Of course, you can heal through that, but many don't do that. They just get programmed, get therapy, get drugged up, whatever it might be. So yeah, this is really it's like a never-ending story here. I guess that's Yucca Mountain. Yeah, I mean, right there looks kind of bizarre. Yeah, there's definitely. I guess. Jeez, this looks really nice and cozy and friendly. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on that's we'll never really know the full story. Yeah, there's layers to all this that we're probably never gonna get the full story on, but there's definitely a shadow elite energy here at Yucca Mountain. Stuff that I mean they talk about stuff every once in a while, but for the most part they keep it off the books. Yeah. I mean how many people are gonna go out in the middle of nowhere? So they can get away with a lot of stuff because nobody's out there. It's like, and you can put this stuff underground and nobody's going to believe it. So, yeah, just call it conspiracy theory. Of course, with the news program, oh, yeah, this is the German secret intelligence agency. Has a piece of wood here. You're afraid of like a piece of wood. It's freaking weird as hell. So, anyway, yeah, when you have the Fox News and all that, I just use them for example. Uh, yeah. Obviously, they're putting people under a trance, and you have a place like this that exists. Oh, no problem. It's just government. Everything's just fine. Yeah, right. Human trafficking, whatever. Yeah, no, there's some other stuff that's going on. They'll never tell us about. I mean, we can speculate all day long, and that's fine. But when you start like investigating, like physically going there and all, that's where it gets kind of weird. Because they definitely have shadow government agencies watching all these places, just to keep an eye on it, make sure no much. I mean, there's nothing you can find anyway if you snoop around, but either way, they're still being watched pretty high. Yeah, they keep this stuff so buried. Most of us, I mean, you can tap into it the best you could. That's another thing. Yeah, this area has a lot of remote viewers. They have some kind of facility underground where remote viewing is happening. Definitely. And also, let's see, NSA. Oh, oh, let's see, Nevada. I think it's Nevada. Yeah, Nevada Data Center. Somewhere, they have a data center out here. There's remote viewing I heard too, somewhere for an NSA or shadow government. Yeah, it might be in the mountain areas. Either way, they do have remote viewers out in this area, out in the middle of freaking nowhere, basically. Obviously, Washington D.C. Uh, they have NASA there. Yeah, Washington D.C. They have something. They have remote viewers in yeah, Maryland somewhere. I could feel them there somewhere. It is NASA related though. Once again, quite secret. It completely blacked out. Yeah, they do 'em they have it somewhere. I mean, it's not just NASA, but NASA definitely, yeah, because to see certain timelines, especially when they're screwing around with everything. Um, Interesting. I also feel in remote viewers in Brussels. Not as many. There's definitely remote viewers here too, of course. Well, that's through the government. Yeah, I mean, it's not huge. It's small. Yeah, something. Yeah, it's hidden. It's very little. There's definitely remote viewers there too. Of course, every government has their own version of it. But United States is a more stronger energy with it. Iran has Israel. Actually, Mossad has a lot of remote viewers also. I doubt they're going to have anything on that. Yeah, they definitely have remote viewers with these guys too. Obviously, they're not going to show that there, but they definitely have. Yeah, they're definitely doing a lot of science stuff here too. But the other one is Germany. Uh, yeah, they Germany has probably those one of the strongest remote viewers. Also, probably not gonna hear anything on that, but yeah, that's another. Oh, but anyway, Germany has remote viewers too, strong, very powerful ones. As for where, Nuremberg, Munich, not so much. Nuremberg, Luxembourg, no. And Berlin, sort of. Nuremberg. So I feel of remote viewer energy here. Of course, you're not going to see it here, but there's some kind of government buildings or something like that. There's something definitely there. Of course, you had the Nuremberg trials. Let's see, Nuremberg government. And I can't really see anything here. But either way, it's definitely Nuremberg and definitely feel the energies there. Obviously hidden for obvious reasons. I mean, overall, the place looks like a fairy tale, but that looks aren't everything. You must have some kind of, yeah. That's weird. The government, it shows a bunch of old stuff. Oh, oh, Nazi. Yeah, the Nazi stuff has not left. That's for sure. So anyway, all right, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, hopefully some of that was helpful. Yeah, the Kabbalah energy is mostly hidden. I'll have to just channel that energy tomorrow. It's mostly so it has a lot of artificial intelligence connected to it also. But Kabbalah is really where a lot of the elite energy is. So, all right, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, all right. Blessings, everyone, and good night.